Once again, good morning. And this is Steve, and I think this is video number 4, possibly. But then again, once I watch these videos and I determine, whether they have any value to me, therefore thinking that they might have value to others as well, that's when I decide to publish them. And so there was an interlude because I'm making this video in the living room of my house, and we're looking out on the deck, and the woods and that, or just pine trees and whatever. And last night, in the dream world, I basically got some words of encouragement from Abrahamanad, the new soul of the earth. So this is a being who's committed to 13,000 years on the planet as the soul of the earth. And I don't know what it's like being the soul of the earth. I don't have any memory of it particularly, having done it, so I don't think I ever have. It's not, I'd rather be like in this little human body, just surfing or whatever, skateboarding. I never did snowboarding very well, but I was an okay skier. So I'd rather do things in nature, hiking, bicycle riding on paths in the woods, cross-country skiing, downhill skiing, surfing, snowboarding, skateboarding. Similar things consistently. Rollerblading. I'd rather, on some levels, be doing those things than maybe some other things, like being the soul of the earth. So it's not my gig, but let's get back to the point where Abrahamanad, it's hard to say, so good luck with it. He told me early on that I could call him Bob, which I did call him Bob for a long time. But then I started calling him Abrahamanad when I remembered what he had told me his actual name was, and I've gotten used to saying it, so I can say it now. So last night, Abrahamanad in the dream world. So in the dream world, we can be more conscious of, dreams. And we could say, well, dreams aren't real. And I'd say, well, nothing may be real. This whole thing may be being made up by our minds. I just don't know. But in the dream world, I felt like I had an encouraging conversation. A conversation meant to encourage me about the transformation that we're going through, and that as of tomorrow, March 23rd of 2024, we'll have one more year in the 28 years of transformation on the planet. So Abrahamanad incarnated in 1997. We did physical cleansing till 2004, mental cleansing till 2011, emotional cleansing till 2018, and now since 2018 we've been in the process of spiritual cleansing, and we've got 6 years in. So this is the last 6 years, 2018 till now. So 6 years is what it feels like on one planet doing spiritual cleansing. And I don't know about you, but I would use the words that it's really sucked, and it's been really hard, and I hope that it leads to something good for how much work we've done. It's felt like a lot of work, and I have clients, and according to my clients, it's felt like a lot of work. So everybody that I know of has been somewhat struggling with this process, and so sometimes we need words of encouragement. So I needed those words of encouragement, so I got them last night. And Hamanad was using kind of cliches. So I think he's, in his 27 years here, he's picked up some sayings that he feels might be useful. And so those sayings are, one of them, one of them is stay the course. You know, keep doing what you're doing. It's going well. Abrahamanad, and I trust what Abrahamanad says. I don't think he's making something up to make me feel better. I don't think that's his thing. His thing is honesty and truth and clear expression of the truth as he perceives it. And he said that things are going well on an energetic level from his vantage point, which is his vantage point is as the soul of the earth. And I'm not going to tell you I have any understanding of what that means or what it would like to be the soul of the earth. And I can tell you I have no desire to be the soul of the earth. But I appreciate that there is someone who defines himself as the soul of the earth. And I'm willing to support them in the ways that I can to have this this process of transformation take place. So I'm fine just being one of the support systems, and I want to be as supportive as I can because I want this process to take place. I just don't want to be in charge of it, and nor does anyone else want me to be in charge of it. Because even though I can communicate some things well enough for some people to understand what I'm saying, not my wife necessarily, but some people can understand what I'm saying. And if they have an experience of what I'm talking about, they'll oftentimes give me feedback and say, that was really useful to me. I had the experience of the deep self. I had the experience of peace and calm that the deep self brought. And so I appreciate having that experience. So just in closing this, this video, and maybe I'll stop saying what numbers they are because I can't keep track of them after a while. They say you can remember 7 things, but apparently once I get to around 4, I start with like, was that video 4 or video 5, or what video is this, and what year is this, and what day is this? And so today, according to the Mayan calendar, is the day of the Red Skywalker. And the Skywalker is, if you happen to be, you go to 13moon.com and you type in decode a birth date, and it will tell you which of the 20 kin you are. And if you are a Red Skywalker, this is one of your days. You have one of your days every 20 days. And the Red Skywalker is about bringing the energies of the higher realms into the earth. And so I'm not a Red Skywalker, I'm a Red Dragon, but I totally relate to bringing the energies of the higher realm into the earth. And I feel like that's what Abrahamanad has done, is he's brought the energies of the higher realm into the earth as he brought himself, and I assisted to bring him in to the earth so that he could kind of reorganize things. He could bring them to a higher level, and he could help in this transition that we're all going through. So I give him great appreciation, kudos, and all that. And I'm here to help. And I just want to state out loud that I want to come through this process to its completion. So I want to be alive a year from now, a year from tomorrow, which will be the 23rd of March of 2025, when this process of the cleansing of the planet is complete. I would like to be here. I would like to experience it. And Abrahamanad just says, stay the course. It kind of didn't say this, but this is more my words, and kind of what he was suggesting were heard in my own terminology, like be your own cheerleader, okay? Like be your own system of encouragement. that when you, like today, just seriously, yesterday I worked with a client who was working with a headache on the top of the head. My sense was it was the crown chakra opening. And so we really worked with an old event, which I think had to do with maybe some sort of object striking the top of the head in another lifetime, which had never gotten out. And we were working on getting that out. And at the same time, it felt like the energy of the crown chakra was opening. And so, by the end of the session, it felt much improved. And my suggestion was that we were probably going to work with it throughout the night. And then we got off the phone, and I had a really active dream world. But when I woke up this morning, I had this incredible headache still on the top of my head, which happens sometimes when I work with somebody all night. So anyway, there was a little bit of discouragement on my part because normally I just don't feel bad until like 7 months ago. And then I've been feeling off and on feeling bad for 7 months, but not bad. Yeah, just a cleansing bad. It's like I'm in the washing machine and it's just going and it's getting me all clean, which I feel like is really good. And I've learned to encourage myself, like, just stay with this process. But I really have a lot more compassion and empathy, sympathy for people who have headaches, because I normally don't get headaches. I'm very appreciative of that because I don't like headaches. And for people who get headaches, I have a great compassion. And when I get a headache based on working with a client and I'm feeling like this thing, and I'm like, why do I do this healing work? And I can answer that. Why do I do this healing work? Because it's called healing work. And sometimes it's work, and oftentimes it works, and oftentimes we're transformed by it. So I'm going to maybe publish these videos. I don't know. I'll probably make videos tomorrow because tomorrow we'll celebrate the 27th year of Abrahamanad being here, and the last day of the 27-year cycle and the first day of the new cycle that completes on March 23rd, 2025. And I encourage you to stay the course, be your own cheerleader. If I can do it, I will be your cheerleader as well. I will encourage you on. I will do what I can do. It makes me feel better to help you to feel better. So if you feel better, I feel better. If you have a major kind of healing in some healing session, I feel better. Because I'm going to say this, I'm going to say I don't understand it, what this means, but I'm going to say it anyway because I have a deeper sense of its truth. We are one. We are one. We are part of a oneness, which is the oneness of all consciousness. And we are part of that. And the more we recognize that we're part of that, eventually the better our life gets. It may not seem to get better right away, but my hope and dream is that it gets better eventually. And I encourage you to stay the course. I encourage you to just realize we've got one more year of this cleansing. We're all going through it. If you feel like you're just in the line of a power washer, then you and I are having a similar experience. Be well and do your best for agreements. Be impeccable with your word or speak your truth, as I say it. Don't take it personally. Don't assume anything that you know what's going on. And there's one other. Do your best. So those are the 4 agreements. You can read the book, and it goes into more detail. But just do your best. And we're in this together. sink or swim, and I would rather swim, personally. Actually, I'd rather surf, but next to that, or bodyboard. I actually like bodyboard better than surfing, but I can't do either of those things unless I get a wetsuit and want to go out cold shark-infested waters of the Pacific Northwest. That's it. Now let's go.